AI in porn. It's very exciting. Welcome back to Teh Tarik Hour. As always, it's me, Azreen, alongside with
Ah Kit.
and we are back for another episode of the Teh Tarik Hour. It's been a hot minute, but we're back again, trying to talk about nonsense things that we usually talk about.
Recently we found out this very hot, not say hot topic It's
Trending topic.
It's a trendy. It's the evolution for our life. No,
The technology of
the technology.
AI, right?
Yes, the AI.
Okay, let's start first with this thing. How familiar are you with AI right now? Like, what is the popular AI things that you know of?
The popular AI, just a very normal for our web 2.0s. We are know the search engines and all that. You can ask the Google search engines. You ask some things, will pop up some of the informations and something you want to know lah from the Google.
Funny you say that, right? Because like we don't really consider that as AI anymore, right?
Because from the internet, they have a response, the interactive lah from the computer. There's a consider as AI ma.
But we don't really call it AI. We more call it like a bot or like a chat bot or something like that. Because the answers they give is too simple, ma. It's not really intelligent in that sense, right? It's like very basic things you can ask and give the answer.
But what I know is some things got the response and the interactive that's called
consider
AI. Maybe is that one is a very
the
basic very foundations of AI.
So that's the previous iteration of AI. What's the current iteration of AI that's becoming a hot topic for people?
Today's I think is one of the very hot the hot applications or software. We call it
ChatGPT and Journey or Mid-Journey or something.
I think ChatGPT is because you ask some things, their response is like some kind of like humans. They have I don't say they got the emotion there, but they have a detailings. You ask some things, then they can become is very logical thinkings for that from the answer.
I mean, like AI is like a very AI is like a very hot topic since the beginning of time, because like we always consider like what's the point of AI until it becomes so smart that it will overtake human like this, right? Like Terminator, that one.
Yeah. Some kind
you remember Terminator, right? You think Skynet later they will realize, oh, human is a terrible thing and they will take over. Or like the Matrix or something like that.
Now the people is worried the AI will be taking their job, take over their job, and then it will be replacement the humans.
But here's the thing. Okay, wait. Here's the thing, right? This is the biggest misunderstanding I think people have when it comes to the utilization of AI. People think like, oh, AI is becoming smarter, take over our job. That means it's the AI that's taking over the job. But the fact of the matter is, it's not that the AI is taking away your job. It's your owner who's not giving you your payment anymore, because he look at AI as a cheap worker, and you are an expensive worker. Because when they see that, the cost effective is we take AI and throw you away. When in fact, AI as a tool doesn't harm you as a worker. You imagine this AI, right, as a tool, right? You are, let's say, designer, and then you use AI to create your design. There is more free time for you, right? Since you don't have to do all the process of drawing arts and everything. Is that a bad thing or a good thing?
Okay, for designers, you can use the descriptions. You use a description to do the design. Compare with last time in old times, we are using a Photoshop. We're doing the same thing, but we have spent a lot of time. For designer, of course, I can save the time.
Yes, so as a designer, you use AI to make your work more better, right?
Yes.
To make more your work more efficient, right?
Yes.
So AI as a tool is
But-
good in that sense. Right?
No, I haven't finished yet. But for some people, I don't know the design skills. Even I don't know though. I can do the description. I know it's very good in wording. As a copywriter, I got very good in copy. So I doing it the same way. In the end, I get the same result. I don't need my arts, the art directors or the designer anymore. I just will need to how to describe. I want like a cyberpunk feels of the women or the ladies. Then I just type a description. Then they come out a bunch of the people as well. You need to. The
Again, but you need to understand the fact that is that the fault of AI or is that the fault of the person? Because like the AI itself is just there as a tool, ma. So I, as a copywriter, and you as a designer, we both can have access to it. But how I use it maybe is a unethical approach, lor, because I use it as a copywriter means I use it in order to avoid paying you, ma. Whereas you as a designer use it to make your work and your life better because you don't have to spend 8 hours on a design. You can spend an hour instead. So it's like, why is it the AI's fault for providing that tool? I think like people like straight away want to make a AI the enemy, because like people think like, oh, AI is smarter, they are taking advantage of the humans. No ma, who is using it? It's still human one. It's human who decide what the AI can do, and it's human decide how we take advantage of other people. I mean, that's one aspect, lah. Okay, there's also the aspect of like stealing the art of people who work hard for it, lah. There's also the ethical issues of using AI and whether it plagiarizes other people's work for that sense. But again, the fact of the matter is, to me at least, even with ChatGPT and Journey, all this thing, Journey, AI is just a tool. It's not smart enough to be a threat to human. Personally, do you feel like right now AI is a very dangerous thing?
Because the AI, they still want the command, from the humans, we still want we ask the AI to do something, we still give the command to the AI. It's not the AI they can have their own mind.
They're not going to be Skynet. They're not going to be Terminated.
They got the mind and do something that they work out the things for you. You have to ask, you give the command. It's like that. Okay, like back to the old time, is doing the scripting, JavaScript. That one also is considered as one of the language to tell the computer to do something.
But there's still a logic form you need to follow, right?
But nowadays, maybe there no need the JavaScript things. Maybe we can use our words. We tell the computer to do something. They're make more convenient. It's like JavaScript.
That's the thing. It's more about convenience rather than actual intelligence, right?
But don't know after maybe they are
like, do you think like if you engage with ChatGPT enough, do you think ChatGPT will develop its own consciousness? Will have its own thoughts? Is it?
In future,
That's like because like when you reach that point, it's like a question of like, is there a soul in AI? When you develop at that point of consciousness,
maybe you use the humans, the brain to connect with the
yeah, but then it's like the AI is like will copy your brain, right? Your memories, everything. Then you become the AI. Wow. But honestly, I don't think we'll reach that point. Like, if I'm being honest,
the one is the one movie, the old cartoon is called Robot Cop.
Robocop. But that is human,
But humans, but
because you still have human brain there.
The human brain, but all the machine is a robot,
But the other one is the Will Smith movie, iRobot.
iRobot.
Yeah. Like I don't think we will ever reach that in our lifetime, for sure. Right now, AI still requires human to be the initiate of the thing. They cannot do on their own. They can find solution on their own.
But the AI can feed you the information, I can say.
Yeah, but that's just like
more information it can feed you.
It's like a very overpowered Google, basically, right? Like it still requires you to provide the actions and the logics there.
You can see, you ask the AI to do you the email and then the marketing plan, everything. It's just a 5 minutes things then can come out.
Yeah,
but maybe it's not so accurate.
But I tell you also, we as humans also can do that in less than a minute. It's just that we're lazy to do it. If you tell me, write a letter in my brain, in my head, I can write it in 5 seconds or so, in the brain there. But the brain transfer to my finger to type, that is taking the time. That's the inefficiency of human there.
It's some kind like we are doing a design also, man. You know the style and then maybe the execution you take your time. But in the end, the computer maybe they have this internet or some the sources from the internet. Then they straight away to plug some people's the art style straight away give you the execution.
But
Just
again,
in
it's
5
like
minutes.
it's like crowdsourcing the
Yes, the
solution.
crowd. Yeah.
But again, it's not the AI that's creating it. It's just the AI repurposing. At the end of the day, it still needs something. It's like, it's not create out of nothing, okay? AI still needs something put in order to create something. Whereas we as humans, right? I could be walking around the street, suddenly my idea in my head got a sound of music. Then I can find a guitar, I can create a song. That is the human aspect that AI still cannot conceive, at least at this point.
The one thing is human got emotions. AI got emotions. So sorry, humans. I got period. I cannot do any answer for you.
That's the iRobot thing, You think like AI will develop the feelings, But then again, that's feelings. Even if it can respond feelings, right? It's just based on what it learned from human. It's not like created out of its own. And we don't think we can reach that,
Because he is the one, not he, it, the one who create. I mean, to collect all the information, and what the command you get given, then they answer your command. They collected the information for sourcing all the information.
I mean, okay,
from the cloud.
All right, okay. We're getting too far into the details of AI in the sense of what it is. So let's pull it back a bit and let's just go to the basic foundation of, is AI good or bad at this time?
For my perspective, I say it's a very good thing.
I mean, like, there is like a
it's some kind of like
half right now.
It's sometimes like the time when we have the internet, we have a Google search engines. So last time where you go and do a research in, I mean, you will go on library and do a research.
CD,
you go library and do a research and you collect all the book and then to put all the book on your tables. But after the Google search engine,
everything become more efficient, right?
More efficient.
And that's through AI.
Yeah, so the world also is changed to keep going on and to change. Then he did got the AI. Yeah.
I think like for me at least, like AI as a tool on its own is good. But AI under capitalistic structures is very bad for workers. Because it will be used by the bosses to either cut down the costs of workers or not pay workers at all. Because they will use it as a cheaper labor. That's the problem I have with AI right now, because it's being taken advantage by all the companies.
Yes.
Even like some companies that I know that I used to work with, they are saying like, oh, we want to explore using ChatGPT to do like a certain task. But then I think about, okay, what if the person who used to do this task, what about that person? Will they still have their job? Or will they get paid less? Or will they be fired and just replaced by ChatGPT? That's the like ethical issues I have with using AI. Because AI as a tool is very good, because let's say you are a writer, right?
Mm-mm.
And usually it takes you like 8 hours to get your idea down to writing. With ChatGPT, maybe it only takes you 3 hours. That means the rest of the hours you're free to relax, and you should still get paid because you still create the output. But if you are a boss, do you think you would like your worker to only work 3 hours, man? Tell straight, you sure don't want, right?
I pay you 8 hours.
That's the thing. That's the capitalistic mindset. But why do you matter so much? You need to think about that. As long as the value is created still, who cares if you work 1 hour or you work 8 hours? The value is there. You still get your product. But the people will fight back. Then better I just hire the ChatGPT than the worker, right? That's why capitalistic...
But who go to conduct the GPT? Not the boss, right?
I mean,
it's a copywriter who conduct the GPT,
You either fire the old writer and get a junior one and then pay them less. That's how capitalistic mindset in the usage of AI. So again, we go back to the good or bad of AI. The tool, AI, very good. But the tool under capitalism, not so good. Right?
But this one even like they also AI, like you know the cookers, right? The cookers who are do the, you can do the recipe, download the recipe and then do the cooker. You just follow the step and then put the ingredient inside your wok or something lah. Then you cook out the something. That one you no need you hire a cooker to cook or something for you. It's some kind of like we can join together with the machines and all that. It's more like robot thing.
Again, that synergy is good if we assume that everyone will be treated fairly lah. Like,
but for me lah, if let's say the robot to cook something for you lah, but the taste is quite standardized. Yeah, not so bad.
there's no character lah.
But someone who are really a cooker, they are cook. Maybe a little of maybe a sour a bit, maybe it's, but the soul is there. You eat the food, the soul
Identity is there.
The soul is
Character is there, right?
there.
I mean, again, AI and the technology is all about efficiency. It's not about individualism or the unique characteristics of a human. It's just about making things more easier. And a lot of the
More
times,
standardized. The life is standardized.
but for now, AI is more towards like office worker issue, like designers, writers, or marketers, or all these things. If you are a chef, it's not gonna issue for you, right? Or you're a doctor, it's not really gonna be an issue for you, right? Because you still need to be a person to take care of that thing, right? As far as I can tell, like a lot of the times I see what ChatGPT can do now is just basic function, like write an email, okay? But that's just busy work also, ma. Or create a proposal plan, also busy work also, ma. It's not actual work. If you tell it to at least create a sculpture, I don't think you can do that.
Even the lawyer, the lawyers also use the. You know the US one of the lawyer, they use the ChatGPTs
to create a case, is it?
Yes, to create a
But
case.
again, that's just efficiency in getting the information, ma. If let's say for in the future, I got a chip in my brain, I also can do the same one. It's just about efficiency. Plus, I think AI still right now cannot overcome the Turing test one. Are you familiar with Turing test? There's this guy named Alan Turing. He created a test to see if the AI is able to trick a human. So if it comes to the point where you're talking with an AI and you don't realize an AI, then it surpasses the Turing test.
Oh, okay.
But as far as I can tell, even ChatGPT, even if you ask it like in a conversation, it will still come to a point that oh, this is an AI I'm talking to. So in the end of the day, AI still cannot replace human at this point lah. So Skynet won't happen lah. Terminator won't happen. Matrix won't happen anytime soon because AI is still very robotic. And it's still driven by human decision. So that's why I'm not very concerned about AI at the situation at the current time lah. It's just very hot because like it's over, like all the normal tasks is like being used by AI, and it's the workers who are worried that they might get fired or might not get a job anymore.
Especially designers.
But I mean, like if you work like service or what, it's still might suck lah. Then in 5 years maybe there's no other job but Grab driver.
Designer, I think will be increased to become a director. No, you can easily to come up the videos and movies and just use the AI. Yeah. You know that, right? Because someone is using the AI to create the movie or that. Just half in a month they create a movie. I mean,
it makes it easier for you to get things done lah, because you can rely on AI for the technology. But ultimately, you will need to see at the person, at the individual, and whether that person has talent to create or the vision to create that kind of art, isn't it? You still need to have someone that understands art or someone that understands how to talk to the AI to deliver that kind of vision. So there's still a barrier there. I think there's still a need for talented workers.
Yes.
But the problem is whether or not that talent will be paid worthy to their work. Like I said, if the person worked for 1 hour, would you still pay that person 8 hours worth of work?
Actually, AI is being asked for more easier lah. You see, last time people who are doing research, they are collect all the
years or something like that.
collect all the book and put on the table and then do a research. But after the Google search engine, then you easily just do a search engine. Then
But isn't that a good thing? Like,
same thing also what the research, the people who are lost their job also, not really what their maybe it's more precising and then do the work.
yeah, but that's the thing. Like the after effects of that is that for me it's like, yes, a person used to do research take hours or days or weeks like that, but now you can compile it into a day and do it and just do the same amount of work. So that means you have a lot more free time. Isn't that not a good thing?
Maybe it's more precising, I can say.
Yeah, but like that's a good thing, isn't it? That you don't need to spend as much time working. The idea of technology is that it makes your life easier and you don't need to work as much. But again, our current market means that if you already done that 1 hour work, there's still 7 hours left. So you need to work 7 hours.
What are you doing in the 7 hours?
Can do other things, what? Why cannot do other things?
But the boss is pay you the 7 hours.
No, you pay them for providing an output, right? Let's say you pay me as a writer to write an article, right? So I already create the article for you. So the rest of the hours, what I do, why I need to justify it? Why I need to work more?
If I am the boss, I say, okay, I know you are using 1 hour to work out the what. Maybe last time because the time concerns, I give you 1 articles, you have to come up with one days. Now 1 articles, I give you 2 hours. Then I give 3, 4 articles for you.
That's the case, right? So let's say I do one article hour, then you 8 article 8 hour, right? Am I going to be paid 8 articles, right?
Your job will become more heavier.
No, but then if my job become heavy, will you pay me more, man?
No, it's the same.
There you go. See why? Why?
Because you're using the ChatGPT, the AI, ma. The AI is helping you, ma.
Again, but the value is still there, ma. The value of 1 is 1. You're paying me for 1, ma. You're not paying me for 8 articles.
No, maybe it's your boss.
That's why I challenge all this, like the idea of, oh, you do 1 article 1 hour. That means 8 hours, you can do 8 articles, right? No, you pay me for 1 article as a writer. That is the time, labor, and value. If I give you more value, that means you need to pay me more, right? So that means 1 article is 1 value, right? 8 article, 8 value, but I'm still being paid 1 value. What is the fairness there? If it's so easy, why don't you do it then? You can do or not? That's why I always...
The boss say, don't worry, I have
You hire other people and then you pay less. And then all other workers cannot survive. And then you do that, that's...
You see, this is the employee, the facing the issues is same also.
No, I mean, I strictly on the side of the workers when it comes to AI technology. It is to make your life better, but it shouldn't be used to take advantage of workers, right? That's what happens when bosses have advantage or access to this law. They want to undermine you as a worker, but they never think long term. If you keep paying your people less, right, then what if no one has money to buy your product anymore? What happens then? You want the AI to pay for you, is it? AI pay for you, is it? What? AI also don't consume. How? Then what? Everyone else become boss, is it? That's like the conundrum of for me, the ethical issues and usage of AI lah. The tool itself is very fun. I think AI is very fun to work with lah, as a tool. I mean, some of the things that come out, okay, we talk the serious aspect of AI. Let's talk the dumb aspect of AI. AI in porn. It's very exciting. I've seen some crazy ideas people come up with AI, man. But some of the problematic usage is AI for deepfake. You know what deepfake is?
Not really.
Deepfake is like using people, let's say a video of someone, and then you take the face of a celebrity and put in that video.
Oh, deepfake. Okay.
Deepfake. Or you make an image of someone famous doing something they didn't do. One of the famous one is there was a while back is the Pope. You know the Pope, right? There was a picture of him wearing the very stylish coat, but it's not him, it's fake. It's AI. So that's the issue of AI in that creative license, right? Because then it can be used for bad things, like It can make a person doing
Yeah.
a person who's not doing porn end up doing porn, that kind of thing. I'm talking this so we can get our SEO, the thumbnail there. But that's the ethical issue lah. That is the not so fun lah. The fun is like I seen like a lot of like Twitter account, right. They only focus on creating AI models, and some of the models they look very weird one. Like it will be a sexy girl lah. And the body proportion will be like big boobs, big butt, but still very skinny and cute, all this thing. But then you look at their hands, look like alien hands. And there's some like very, in the very adult section, there's like, nudity based ideas. I think some of the things I saw is like, and you will see how deep I go into this. Some people come up with ideas like hijab girls who are sexy.
Hijab. Oh.
Like specific type of like genre they will go into, man. Like the ideas that people can come up with it is very interesting, I have to say. We never explored, man. Like AI, sexy art.
Sexy art.
I think the biggest push for technology will always be porn.
Yes, the one just now you mentioned, they use the face because it means maybe Jackie Chan, he not doing the porn. But Jackie Chan in the porn. It's some kind like this.
That is an unethical usage, okay?
The Bush Lee, so all that, the face, the famous, means the celebrity face, they put on.
But that is a wrong issue. We shouldn't do that without permission or without infringing people's right. That is like a wrong use. But in the same
one
sense,
day I saw your face in the Pornhub. How you know?
I mean, you can do it now, actually. If you want to, you can do it now. But the thing is, like, it's also, again, porn is the push of innovation in terms of technology. Why did the DVD become big? Because of porn. Why did the internet become big? Because of porn. Why did online payments, like online transaction, become big? Because of porn. So porn will be a big push for AI usage because that's what people are using it for, man. They will do all this like sexy things. I've seen a lot.
Maybe you can choose. In the next time, you can choose the AI. It's Kate Moss, whoever the models or all the models is a famous celebrity on your screen. Then you choose who want to go to sex. Oh, this one is click and then put on your Google.
Yes, what VR porn
VR,
like that. But again, that's the ethical aspect of it, like infringing on people, right? It's like, you imagine if your face is taken and then put into something that you didn't do. And we as men won't know the how bad or how worse is it for women, Like there's a lot of deep fakes of like celebrity women, all this thing. There was a recent case with this online influencer celebrity or internet celebrity called Pokimane. And where her face is used on deep fake porn using AI. And apparently it was a friend that bought her videos like that. Like this kind of like unethical use of a human face without consent and everything is like very invasive one. So it's like there's danger to it in terms of like usage on porn and stuff like that. If you're creating original art, it's okay I think. Still a bit grey But when you start using on other people, it's become a danger one.
But seriously, we have. I think maybe in future we come out one software that can recognize this is the fake one or the real one, the pictures.
I think that is one, and also to create laws to protect the people.
Protect the people.
Because right now I don't think there's like laws against deep fakes or AI porn like that, or like AI imagery using real people. So it's like you can do anything you want and you won't get like I can create a celebrity AI photography studio and sell it to people and I won't get sued or anything like that for for infringing people's right or anything like that. So it's like very dangerous So no, maybe like it will be faster, but I think like the laws and regulation against AI is still not solid But like, would you, moving forward, be more willing to engage in AI? Yeah? Like this level of AI?
This level of AI is still, I think it will be have a I mean can solve lah. I can say it can solve lah. Maybe our law and regulation is not there yet. You know, maybe we can some filter or some, oh, this is a fake. I mean, the fake pictures or whatever. Maybe we can solve, or maybe we can have a regulation to control the people who are using the other people face and the celebrity or whatever lah. You have copyright lah. I can say it's copyright things lah. But the AI is if come to AI is not just the scope of the not just the art and not just the intelligence. I think we'll have help up. Maybe it's combined with the machines, and then we'll do the. I mean, maybe it's your maid, your homemade, and then do your housework, everything's lah.
But then like that's not AI in the sense of like AI, just AI. That's like AI translating to real world.
Mm-mm.
But there's still something to like, you know, you need to have like a robot or something lah. And I don't think we're
Then
at that level.
Then the label they can replace the label. Label power and all that. Then in the end, what the humans do?
More time to have fun, no?
Just only have fun. If we, the
of course,
agriculture also you can replace with the robots, and then the job also can replace with the robots and the AI. Everything is also replaced with.
but yeah, I mean the idea is that once your labor, the menial labor is taken care of, you can focus on things that bring you more fulfillment in life. Let's say I used to be a designer, right? So I used to design for, I don't know, a bank lah. I'm sure that's not something that you wanted to do as a self-fulfillment in life, right? Of course, you want to do something else with your art. Maybe you prefer like to draw scenery, or maybe you prefer to, I don't know, create sculpture. When you have AI that reduces the amount of work that you do, you can choose to focus on things that make you more fulfilled, isn't it? Like you as a worker, you should spend more time living your life rather than working, isn't it? At least I hope people would live beyond their work. Like your work shouldn't be your life. Your life should be your life. True. I don't want my life to be like my current job is not what I want to do in life. What? Did you did you grow up thinking that this is what you want to do in your adult? Like this is what you're doing right now as your job?
Because surviving.
That's right.
Now it's just only surviving
When
in the job.
The idea of tools like this is to make it that you don't have to survive, but you can thrive. You can live.
It's so dream already.
I mean, it's not that it's impossible. It's just that the current.
You want to pay, if let's say the AI, one day you have to pay the AI to do the job for you. It's not saying the AI is to do a job free for you. Ma. You see the hard GPTs, they have a charge, you certain charge. It's not saying they have a free version, but in the end, it have charged you the cost.
Who is the one that's putting the charge there? People, ma. Greedy people, ma. Correct or not? It's the humans, ma, in the end. It's because, like, I'm a businessman. I want to get as much profit, ma. Instead of saying, just give that technology for people to use, like internet. Did you think internet was created by a private company, man? No, ma. Internet was created for free by government.
Elon Musk will do the free internet for us.
For Twitter also now need to pay $8 a month just to get the check mark. You think he will give for free, man? Okay, that's so high.
He went the new handphones. He mentioned want to do the free internet.
How many things Elon Musk has announced, but never come? Tunnel, the boring tunnel. What happened? Nothing. The SUV, Tesla SUV, never come. Tesla Roadster, never come. You still believe you're Elon Musk? If you still believe, I think you are blind man already. Better you go sleep.
He also is a businessman, ma.
No, he's a low chin.
Low chin.
Or for those you don't know, it's called scammer. Let's be real, this man never created anything in his life. Yeah. I mean, okay. I don't know. for me, like at the end of the day, I think AI is not a huge threat in terms of the tool itself, but it is not good for workers because companies or like all these like bosses are taking advantage of workers. If we don't have that worry about workers being paid less or losing their job, I think AI can thrive even better lah. The tool itself can be used to make people's life better, just not in the current market lah. I don't know for you lah, like how you feel in the long term of like what's the purpose of AI, the conscious or the right and wrong for having AI.
I'd be neutral. Actually, I what? Because AI, I really don't have any answer for the AI.
I mean, if let's say I'm a boss and my worker use AI to work only 1 hour, I'd be fine with that. It's like, yeah, just finish your work in 1 hour. Then the rest of the time you can have fun, go free, whatever. As long as you get me that work I need from you. Let's say I need one article a day. You get me done in 1 hour, done. I'll still pay you the same. You can still have your life. Isn't that more better?
I think the pay, you can say like that lah. You work 8. We calculate by the hours, the investment on the hour, the time lah. You invest is 8 hour and 1 hour at the article. Of course, in your one article, last time you had spent 3 hours to write out the article. Of course, the pricing is different.
But again, you're looking at trying to squeeze as much value from a worker within that hours. That's always been what causes workers to earn less while working more.
Okay, it come back to those old times. Like the chickens. Last time not every day we can eat the chickens.
Okay.
Especially when during the Chinese New Year or maybe Raya time, the big day, then you can eat the chickens. Compared with my old days. Because the chicken last time is very hard to grow. You agree or not? Nowadays, you grow a chicken, you can see a farm. It's very easy to grow a chicken nowadays.
Yeah, but again,
the chicken compared with last old days, our chicken is cheaper.
Yes, it's cheaper. But let me put you in the position of the chicken. You think the chicken feel better now or last time?
The nutrition, of course, different. Because the chicken is grow last time is about 21 days or 22 days. Now maybe it's 1 week. They grow a chicken and as fast as the 21.
But again, I'm asking you, do you think the chicken is better, the life of the chicken better now or last time?
What's the last time lah?
Do you want the same for human? Like that?
The humans, you think?
What? Do you think you want the human now to work like the chicken?
But then the chicken have no choice,
Then that means me as a worker have no choice, is it? How can like that?
We are the chicken actually.
So why do you want to, defend the person who is abusing the chicken?
Because chickens last time they can grow, maybe it's 21 days. They're killed by the humans.
Okay, I know. It's like that's the logic of like the value efficiency lah. But I'm asking you, is that a good thing if you are a chicken?
Okay, perspective view, if let's say you are a chicken, of course it's not a good thing.
Then why you want to?
But for humans, I can eat more chicken, I'm better. It depends which perspective view you are.
Exactly. So you, right now, where are you? Are you the chicken or are you the person eating the chicken?
Actually, I'm the chicken.
Then why you don't want to defend the chicken?
I'm not saying defend or not defend because the situation is here,
Let's talk about in human sense, like efficiency lah, okay? Like you say, worker, 8 hours of work, you get paid 8 hours of work, ma. The value comes from 8 hours of work, right? Do you think a CEO works 8 hours, man? How many hours do you think your CEO works?
This thing, because I'm the CEO, I pay you. Work for me in 8 hours.
What value did you create that allows you to have that? What value did you create as a CEO? that says that your time is more valuable than the worker who created the value. But again, a CEO may be paid 10 times more than the worker, right? So what is the justification of that value in terms of time? And how many hours do you think a CEO works in order to justify the value?
Actually, this one is very hard to, okay, CEO pay you. Because copyright, chicken. Chicken also got a lot of character, ma. Okay, I say chicken, now you are chicken.
Okay.
Yeah, chicken a lot of characters. But the values, the chicken create, not saying they use the tool to create the things got the value and then the more higher value that I'm willing to pay you. This one is more according to performance. I use GPTs or I'm not using a GPTs, that doesn't matter. It's because the performance of the worker. I depend the performance, then I judge you get this pay or not this pay. It's not because you're using less than 1 hour to finish your works and that's all. I mean, this one is the things is now.
So performance, right?
Yeah, performance.
Is performance based on hours or performance based on results?
This one is a perspective lah.
So okay, if I work 8 hours, but my performance is that nothing gets sold, then how?
No, this one is calling a KPI already. Come back to the KPI.
So if the KPI is for the worker, what is the KPI for the CEO that deserves them to have paid more than the worker?
The CEO also got the KPI ma.
What? The KPI is profit, right?
Yeah, profit the entire company. So let's
Profit,
say
right.
the entire companies, if cannot make the entire the CEO will lost the job also ma. Same thing ma. The KPI who are set for the KPI for the CEO.
CEO won't lose a job. CEO will become a worker if he say cannot make profit. A worker cannot do the job, will lose their job. Okay? So there's a huge difference in terms of risk, in terms of worker and a CEO.
Okay, CEO you make, maybe the CEO just not the boss, you know. Maybe maybe they get the invest. For other people's lah, for sure.
Okay, so investor lah. Investor, if the profit is not as high, what will happen? What's the worst thing that can happen to the investor?
Grab back the money.
Get back money,
Grab back the money and then not do the invest for you. For your future.
So in the end of the day, they still be able to survive lah. A worker loses his job, what happens to them?
No.
Die, right?
The rice ball.
Die already. So like when we look at like the efficiency of like having a worker working less but more efficient, I don't think that's a bad thing. But we want to defend the CEO. Why if the CEO also use ChatGPT for him to reply emails or to create like itinerary? Can we say that the CEO gets paid less or needs to work more? No, ma. You think the CEO will say that? He will surely say, all right, I've done all my reporting using ChatGPT in 1 hour. Do you think he will work 8 hours still, man? I'm sure he will do that 1 hour. Then the rest of the hours, he will go lepak. For sure one. Because that is human nature. You want to work as least time as possible and spend most time doing other things that make you more fulfilled. But because you're a worker, you are forced to do that 8 hours because we pay you by the hour apparently, not by the value of the labor. That's like for me like the current.
That's why they call labor law. Labor ma. Then how come the government is set a minimums for the worker is 8 hours? they have these regulations already ma. 8 hours per day. Weekday is 8 hour maximum for you to work, not more than 8 hours.
You have 8 hours to be present in work, but you don't have to work for 8 hours. Do you really think you'll be working 8 hours straight? Like, do you think you will be around the 8 hours? Always on the thing productive. Like productivity doesn't have to be 8 hours, ma. Productivity could be 2 hours. The rest of the hours could be, yes, you are under working hours. That means if you are needed for something, then okay. But to say that you have to be efficient for 8 hours, but not being paid the value that you output. That's not fair to me. So the rise of ChatGPT or AI makes it that you as a worker have more time to be self-fulfilled. That's good for me lah. But if you're a business owner, right, you will see that as a way to undermine workers, which I am against lah.
Actually, this one depends on the boss also lah. If let's say the boss and don't have this mindset, he go to use the time to value the persons and then different. This one, I think this kind of bosses is very old timer bosses. For new, I mean the new bosses, of course they want something is more efficiencies. I want you work in efficiency and productivity.
I don't think we are at that point. I think if you are a business owner, the perspective will always be I pay you for 8 hours, you must work 8 hours. That's the idea. So within that 8 hours, I will try to squeeze as much value out of you as possible. Rather than thinking of, I hire you to create this value. Once you achieve that value, you can do whatever you want. I think that
it's some kind of like, it's some kind of like, okay, I don't know. I mean, we like working as a salespersons lah. It's sales lah. We according the figures lah. If let's say for a month you are want to making maybe it's your target is 100,000. So if let's say for the 7 days, the first 7 days I already achieved the 100,000, then the rest of the month I can lap out already ma.
Okay.
Yeah, something is like that.
So yeah, it is like that. So
the goal is already achieved. Why I want to make more the 200,000 for you?
So isn't that a good thing for as a worker?
But in the end, will be the boss will say saying, "Hey, not every month you can make this month in 100,000. Not the second month will be. You have to accumulate your sales. Maybe this month you are lucky you make 100,000. Maybe you accumulate maybe 200,000 or 300,000 for the next month. Yeah, they're talking about something like this lah.
Okay, but then like if you manage to achieve consistently all and then you go above beyond that, will you get rewarded for that extra? How? That's the thing. Like you can see the disparity in power there. Like the boss can force you to work more, but when you overachieve that result, who do you think that extra value goes to? Does it go straight to you, or is it going to the boss first?
This actually is not really about the GPT's AI.
Yeah, but
because more on the
this workers
and the
but you have to understand that the idea with ChatGPT and AI is that it affects workers' productivity. That's why AI is right now is a very hot topic because it affects productivity. But then when it affects productivity, how is people compensated fairly for that?
I think the guideline there will be different.
It's going to be hard for them to determine because it's still the view of workers there.
Okay, actually you can come back from the histories. Last time, the researchers is doing the book, collect the information, but after that they can use the Google to search for the information. That one is make a very different anima. Then how to determine the people who are using 1 hour or lesser time to do a research?
I mean, the value itself is like the output. Okay, we keep still looking at time spent in order to create value, but it's the value output itself. If that 1 hour's research, right, and the result is just as good or even better than 8 hours, that's already your determination there, right? Isn't it?
Actually, we treat it as you can go back to the history lah. Last time we are using we don't have any factories and produce the food, everything. We are using the humans, labor, manpower to doing that. Now we got factory to doing that. That one also revolutions. But the problem is when that happens, the boss owner, the capital owner will fire all the people who are working less because it's cheaper for them to just use the machine. Lesser people who are working. Again, it's not protecting the workers, it's just protecting the profits, like you as a capital owner. But if we go way back, last time there used to be no such thing as a weekend. Last time also there was no law to prohibit you from working 24 hours. You think you want to go back like that? Work 24 hours like that? Or you work every day? I don't want. Workers work hard in order to give us the benefits that we have now, like weekends off
and then 8 hours work.
I can say don't worry lah. I mean, yeah, we'll
Of course,
keep on.
ChatGPT right now, it's not at the point where it's like very dangerous for workers because it's still very new lah, very infancy lah. But when it comes to a point where you as a worker is being chosen over the ChatGPT is chosen over you, that is an issue for workers already, no? And I think it's coming towards that direction.
ChatGPT. Be a wife GPT or something.
You mean like the Hatsune Miku AI?
They send you the.
Got one case that Japanese guy married the Hatsune Miku, you know.
They send over the robot come over your place. Then you just turn on. Then you become your wife. This is only you can turn on and then can give a command.
Yeah, we say like this, but at the end of the day, not everyone is like that. You think everyone will want a digital wife, man? I don't think that's the way of the world. You want a digital wife? I don't know, man. I still prefer human beings.
Maybe as a toy.
Toy is toy. There's different one. There's not human connection. Don't know lah, but I don't know. AI right now, I don't know. I don't think you will have a solution anytime soon lah. There will be a debate whether or not it's ethical to use it. But again, for me, it's like we need to look at the perspective of a worker lah, what it means for the workers. Because technology is not a good thing it's not a bad thing on itself. Technology can be used to improve life. It's just that how is it used in the current market or current landscape? Yeah, I think we talk
Yeah, we also talk
1 hour for AI. But it's AI plus workers perspective. Okay. I think we will cut it down. And then that's all for this episode lah.
Yeah.
Thank you again for everyone
Thank you.
joining us for this another long ass episode on the AI. I keep thinking that I want to cut it short, but we always end up talking way too much lah. But again, thank you for being patient with us. We hope to see you guys more in the future. Again, if there's any topic that you want us to talk about, don't just tell us in the comments. Maybe we'll talk in the future. If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe and share it to people lah.
Yes.
If you find it interesting. As always, I've been Azreen and this has been Ah Kit. We thank you guys for joining. We'll see you guys on the next episode.
Why we're so different
Huh?
We're so different today. They're so hustle.
Huh? I'm worried ChatGPT might take over my job.
Okay, goodbye guys.
Goodbye.